Hey guys, Alex with Downstate ADV. I just got back from ConAg 2026, the world's biggest equipment expo in the world. I gotta say, it was awesome and a lot of cool stuff. Really good videos to come, but this thing is the star of the show. Caterpillar's new TUL100 mini track loader. Among many different things we talked about with the engineers there, the 16 GPM flow was something that really perked my interest, and the turbocharged engine, but they were acting like captured spies when I tried to figure out some more details on the pump stack for the hydraulic system. These guys have something to hide, and I want to know what it is. Really cool machine, fresh on the market. It's not even released yet. I believe in Q1 it's going to actually come out. Some good specs on this thing. We're going to do kind of a deep dive. They have a lot of stuff hidden. They won't even let us open the engine compartment because, not the engine. The engine's a standard Cat 1.1, 25 horse turbocharged, but apparently the hydraulic system is kind of unique, so they don't want us in there, but we're going to try to go around and show the machine for what it is and give as much information as possible now that it's available to be looked at. They are doing orders soon, I will say that. I just talked to these guys, but yeah, let's get to the machine. All right, so like I said, this is a 25 horse turbocharged Caterpillar engine. It's the 1.1. It's the same one that's in some of their smaller excavators. Nothing special there. Good motor from what I understand, but the hydraulic system is what I'm truly curious about, and I cannot even get in there to take a look, so it is what it is. Using a standard dingo plate. I like to see that. Nice, sturdy, heavy-duty built attach plate right there. Really nice guard on the front cylinder. You got a set of cast arms right here that connect to the attach point. Does look like a cast. Nope, that's a welded steel plate for the attached plate. That's pretty good though. I have no issue with that. Nice tie downs. Overall, it's a Cat. It's going to have nice paint, good lines. It's a really nice looking machine. Moving up on the machine, it's got about 1,000 pound rated load, so it kind of fits with all those, 1,000 pound rated load machines. It's right in that category. They say pricing is going to be competitive in the domestic market. We'll see about that. What is competitive, I don't know. On the front here, you have a really nice hood, air intakes. Your Cat logo like they like to make them. I wish there was a guard right here though. That's one thing I would like to see. Maybe they'll offer it as an accessory, but I don't see it on this unit. So coming around here, you actually have two models available. This is the small track. It's got one counterweight, and then the wide track over there has two counterweights factory. That's stock. The only thing that's not factory on or standard on this machine are these rear lights. They are aftermarket from the dealer, and then it's got the electric harness for your attachments. That's not standard as well. Coming up to the operator's compartment, I really like the way they laid this out. You have really wide open mesh on there for the radiator. You've got your diesel tank right there. It is a poly tank. I like that. And nice strong protection back there. I believe hydraulic is over there. So you have nice counterweight too, just with the fuel and all the oil being back there alone. About 3/8 plate for the whole machine, it looks like. You've got a spring step back there. Nope, it's just rubber, so there's no springs, but it's got a nice rubber setup back there for the platform, so I really like that. Good hinge setup, I really like that. Greasable, the whole 9 yards. Kind of cool to see that. Coming up to the operator station right here, really like these molded bolsters right here. These things are nice and soft. They're not going to rot on you. I really like the way they did that. Again, with the grips too, you're not going to have these rot out on you or get sticky. Hopefully, they probably did their homework and got these actually squared away. Controls are pretty simple, kind of standard. It does have float. It's got all the bells and whistles you would imagine on here. Nice LCD too. That thing is actually going to be visible during the bright sunlight. I really like that. Not a whole lot of details on operations on this. They're keeping everything kind of close to the chest, but it is what it is. We kind of expect that. Again, you have your loader on the right side. You have your movements on the left. This is just standard pilot controls, nothing crazy. There's no twist there. 2-speed, I believe, but they wouldn't even comment on that. So again, they're keeping things kind of close to the chest on this unit. Everything is locked. They don't want us to see it. It's okay. That's their prerogative. One of the shining parts of this unit that I really like to see is this undercarriage. It's a very heavy-duty setup. One thing I don't love is the fact that there's no greasable points on the bogies. At least I don't see any. Maybe you guys, if you're in the comments, you can correct me. But I don't see any grease points on any of the bogie wheels. Idler's nice and big, full width. Triple on the back, which I love that. You're gonna have a hard time popping that track off. That's great. And then your drive wheel's nice and thick. Really nice. Really like to see that. I don't see a mechanical parking brake, but I'm assuming there's one either hydraulic or some other way. So, you know, they do their homework. It's a Cat. It's going to be a good machine. But I really like the undercarriage there. It is bolted on, not welded, but again, that's that they can swap from the narrow track over to the wide track unit. So that's why they do that. Good setup though. It's nicely put together. I really like it. So as you can see on this unit, the rated operating capacity is 1,000 pounds. Obviously, it's going to be able to lift a little bit more than that. I would say probably 1,400, but don't quote me. Operating weight is around 35 to 36. They don't really know because it's not in the finalized form. This is still kind of a pre-production prototype-ish. They're saying that the pricing on this unit is going to be comparable with the domestic market. An SM100, we all know, is in the high 30s, low 40s. Ditch Witch, Vermeer, that's the domestic market. Again, you're talking low 40s for a lot of those machines in this weight range. So whether that comes to fruition or not, we'll have to see. It's going to be a couple months before we actually know real pricing on this. But overall, it's a Cat, guys. It's a nice machine. It's well put together. I'm hoping to get to actually use one soon. I do have a contact with Caterpillar in the PA area, so I'm hoping to get some actual real content running this machine. Hopefully they'll let me play with one of the rental ones very soon. So keep my fingers crossed on that one. I did talk to them and they said that should be no problem. But yeah, really like this thing so far. Very cool. Real quick, I'm going to show you some of the attachments they're bringing out just for this unit. It's not proprietary, obviously. It's a dingo plate attached, but it's all their stuff for the mini skids. They've never been in this market, so they decided to make all their own stuff. Actually, we'll start right here. This is a Harley rake that they are making for this machine. Hold on a second. So there you go. There's a Harley rake that they're making. Very nice, high build quality. Obviously, what you would expect. You know, really good stuff. You know, some of the welds, I don't know if they're actually making these or if they're sourcing them out, but it looks like a hell of a nice piece right here. So I would love to have one of these. Coming over to the rest of the attachments, they have a whole wall of attachments here and plenty more over there. But this is your big bucket for, you know, mold, snow, whatever you got to do. You've got a rototiller with what looks to be hardened tines on there. Yep, very nice. That's a beefy unit right there. Coming over here, you have the standard kind of you know, trencher. This is kind of bog simple. It's the one you've seen from everybody, but it's a Cat, and I assume it's made with much better components, which I really do like to see that. You've got a small digging bucket right there, again for the narrow track model. Again, if you're digging with that machine, I'd probably want that bucket on there. Nice big hammer for this thing. Really like the build quality in this. Heavy duty. That's gonna hit. That thing is gonna hit. That's very cool. So that's specifically for this machine, built for this thing only. Coming up here, you have a grapple. Again, you know, pretty nice. It's not the heaviest duty one I've ever seen, but the nice thing about it is you're saving payload by going with lighter weight steel on there. So welds look good, connection points look good. It looks like a decent grapple. I do wish it was a little more heavy duty though, if I'm being honest. Right here we have the brush mower. Again, this is probably not just for this machine. They're probably running this on some other ones, but again, really nice build quality. You got a cast gearbox right there. No dome in the middle, that's all right. It's all very easy to work on and really heavy duty. That's all 3/8 plate right there. Coming up here, you have a really high flow motor. Again, this thing is probably gonna do some nice work. I do wish I knew who made these attachments though, because my assumption is they're sourcing these out, but I don't know that. That's just an assumption. And then we have the auger that everybody knows and loves. It's got a double pinion so it can rotate on all axes, which is really nice. Love to see that. So you can do some off-camber stuff with this. This looks like a really nice auger actually. Some other things they're planning on bringing out are snow pushers. Apparently they're coming out with a blade for this machine for snow, box blades, you know, stump buckets, you name it. They're all coming out soon. They don't have them here, but they have the pictures of them. Some of these are for the big skids, but they are bringing them into the mini skid market. So overall, pretty cool. I really like what Cat's doing here. This thing is going to be competitive from what they're telling me. They swear it's going to be price competitive with the market, and they have some unique stuff up their sleeve with the hydraulics. They won't even let any of us see it. So media, everybody, nobody's allowed to see this stuff. So kind of interesting. I am excited to get my hands on one and actually try it out though. Very cool. Thanks for watching. Take care.